You guys, this is a read I've been wanting to do for quite some time. This is a psychic read um, that I wanted to do for quite some time, may I say, and I have the time. So let me do the read. And let me tell you a little bit about who I'm doing the read about. Okay. Daniel Robertson, nearly 2 years after a genealogist went missing in Arizona, police have released new information about data retrieved from the phone in the car. Okay. Of Daniel Robertson, the 24-year-old vanished on June 23 of 2021. Okay. While working in a remote area of Buckeye, Arizona. Okay. Buckeye, Arizona. Okay. Um, Now, it says he went missing on June 23rd, 2021. At the time, he was 24 years old, working as a hydrogenealogist when he disappeared from a desert work site in Buckeye, Arizona. A month later, his Jeep was found about 4 miles away from his work site. Okay. Now, what I'm seeing is somebody was watching him for quite some time. Um, Now, somebody knew he was there. Okay. Now, his parents did do an interview, and this video is for entertainment purposes, but we're going to use true discernment here. Okay. True discernment. I never heard of hydro uh, genealogist. I never heard of that. Okay. Was Daniel found in the desert? Human remains were found in Buckeye Desert. Aren't Daniel Robertson? So there was human remains that were found in the desert, but they were not Daniel Robinson's. Okay, the father says. Okay. The father of Daniel Robinson, who went missing after leaving a Buckeye job site over a year ago, says the human remains found in the desert over the weekend don't belong to his son. Okay. Now, I've never heard of this, so I need to look this up. Hydrogenealogist. What is a hydrogenealogist? Okay, so let's look this up. What is a hydrogenealogist? What is a hydrogenealogist? Okay.
According to EEC, Environmental Education for Kids, a hydrogeologist is a person who studies the ways that groundwater moves through the soil and rock of the earth. A similar profession, a hydrologist, is someone who studies surface water.
Okay, so it's somebody that studies the water under the earth and the surface water. But the water comes from under the earth, right? To the top of the earth. Okay. So that is what a hydrogenealogist is. Did you guys hear that? I hope you guys heard that. So let me play it one more time. See if I can. What is a hydrogenealogist? What is a hydrogenealogist? Okay. A person who studies the ways that groundwater hydro moves through the soil and the rock of the earth. Okay. So it does have something to do with the rock because I do see rocks. Okay. So he was studying the groundwater that moves through the soil and the rocks of the earth. Um, in a similar profession, a hydrologist is someone who studies the surface water. Water is an essential part of life on Earth, and it's something that people, plants, and animals need to survive. We all need water. Okay, water should be free. H2O, agua. Okay, this stuff should be free. Okay. Um, Now, how much money do you make? Okay, I don't know. Okay. Hydrogenealogist is a person who studies the ways that the groundwater moves through the soil and rocks of the earth. And genealogist, um, to understand how we survive and the animals survive. Okay. So, um, damn, you can make some pretty good money if an hourly rate is $44.65 per hour. Okay, damn. That's some pretty good money, right? Shoot, I'm in the wrong profession here. Um, but when you have like when you want to do things in life, you have to have a passion for it. Okay. And I feel like he did have a passion for it. Okay. I feel like he collected rocks since he was a little child. Like just you see, I see a child in nature and they're just picking up rocks and they're collecting the rocks and stuff and intrigued just by the rocks. Okay. So let me go back to him. Daniel Robertson. So let's see what comes out on Daniel Robertson. Okay. And I don't want a lot of cards. Okay. Because I don't feel like I need a lot of cards. Okay. I wanted to do the shows. Daniel Robertson. Now he's still missing. Okay, he's still missing. They haven't found him, but there was remains that was found there. Okay, I don't know why the light is going in and out. Okay. Daniel Robertson. Daniel Robertson. Okay. Wow. Okay, he was definitely collecting water samples. Okay. Shit. There's alignment here. There's 3 alignment. What does this mean? There's 3 points. Now, I don't know if there's 3 points into this place. 3 entrance ways. But there's 3 points because somebody showed me 3 points. Okay, and this is alignment with the 3 points. So I don't know what this means. Okay, 3 points. This could be 3 points of entry. Okay, to where he was at. I don't know. 3 points. What's 3 points? Okay, I don't know what this means. People knew he was there. 3 points. What am I seeing here? But these 3 points are in line. Did he find something that he shouldn't have found? This is interesting because these three shells are completely in line with each other. Okay, like they're in line, but they're in their 3 shells that are in line, but there's space between each shell. So did he find something that was in alignment? With what? Because he was studying water and rocks. So he was taking samples. We all know he was taking samples, okay? But there's three lines here, and these 3 lines. Now, was there like he put out something that like I'm seeing something like tape or like string to mark where he was actually studying in the ground, but it was in a complete line. Okay. At this site. So he set up shop at this site and he was taking samples of the water. But he had to go down and pull the water up. Okay, there's something he was using to go down and pull the water up. But this is interesting because this is in alignment. Did he find something he shouldn't have found? I don't know. I just need 3 cards. And I said 3. And it's 3 alignment. Okay. For Daniel Robertson, are you alive? Now, if you look at his arm, now this is interesting. I wish you guys can see this. I'm actually with these Egyptian knives. that I found at a yard sale or something. I don't know how I got a hold of these, but I don't know. Okay, I got a hold of them, and it's interesting because I have Ma'at and Nefertari. Okay, um, Ma'at's for balance, justice, and wisdom. Nefertari, she was a queen, and the knife is pointing me to one center. Okay, he was focused on one area. Okay, ashe, ashe. Whew. He was focused on one area, a body of water. He put the line out, the rope, whatever. I don't know what he did. Okay, he put something out, but he put it in a line, and it was like a stick here, a stick here, and a stick here. But there was something with the middle stick that he felt interesting. Okay, and this type, and it's interesting because this is under the soil, but this one in the middle was different. So he started focusing on that specific area. And people knew he was there. Okay. He's not found. He's out there. Is he out there? Who knows? Okay. What did he find? Now, it's interesting because I'm seeing the water in the shells, and I'm seeing something that the water element, but different than the water element. So it's something that, like, you know how you see water, the element of water itself, but there was something more intriguing about this water. Okay, that he just focused on this one site in the middle. Okay, because I'm being shown to point these to the middle. So in that middle site, there was something that was interesting, intriguing to him. And it could have been a rock. Okay, it could have been a rock, it could have been the water, or the element of water that was on top of the rock. Okay, and this rock was kind of like there was some shine to it. So that intrigued him even more. But there's also the form of water here. Okay, the elements of water. I feel like I just need 3 cards, and 3 shells I'm being directed to. 3. Now, hold on, you guys. Whew. Okay, so there's 3 shells, and one he specifically was paying attention to. So let's pull the 3 cards, and we're not going to stay on this. 1344. I don't know. So that's a little bit about him, and he's 24. Okay, he's 24. Daniel Robertson, show me what I need to see with this one site, this one area. Okay, this is interesting. The 5 of Cups. Okay, and he was focused on this one site. Look at this. Now, he was working day and night. And this would be like the stuff that he would bring out, like his equipment, and you see that body of water and this one site. Okay, he was focused on this one site. And it's like he was memorized by this, whatever he found on this site. Okay, wow. I'm looking at his picture. And I think he has one, like one of his arms is like cut off. Um now um this shows me disappointment, sorrow over past events. So something happened in his past. Um, it could also represent blindness to good and even a situation, although the person pictured on the card has lost 3 cups. That's why I kept seeing 3. Okay. And 2 are still standing, and he or she feels to appreciate what is left. Okay. This is like emotional loss here. Something that is still salvageable, something that is still he can save, and what has survived. Um, Old wounds and bitterness and memories floods your mind as you think about what happened. So what happened to him prior to this? What made him go out there? Okay. What made him go out there, and what has he lost? Okay, I don't know his backstory, okay? But there's something that was bothering him, something that he has lost, okay, prior to going out there, okay? This is regret, failure, disappointment. Okay, so he felt regret, he felt disappointment. This is his feelings, his emotions. Okay, so there was some kind of regret here, and I'm seeing the number 3. Okay, and number 3 came out. Well, number 5 of cups came out, and then the shell is the 3s. Okay, they came out right in a line, like true alignment here. Okay, true alignment. I'm going to show you. Okay, true alignment. So this is showing me that regret, he was feeling regrets. He was feeling failure, disappointment, and he was feeling permissiveness. Okay. So there was a feeling of regret. Hey, Peter. So there was a feeling of regrets, failure, and disappointment. Okay. But what was the regret? What was the disappointment? What was the failure? And not that he just studies rocks and water. The element of water is here. Okay. The element of emotions. So this is what he was feeling. Okay. I'm not going to stay on this too long. I might have to do another one. Now, this is interesting. Now, this is very interesting. This is very symbolic, okay? This is he felt disappointment, he felt failures. Behind him stands 2 cups that represents new opportunities and potentials. But because he is so fixated on his losses, he overturns the cups, okay? He misses the opportunity available to him. So there was an opportunity that was presented to him before this, and he felt like, okay, I lost this opportunity. I failed. Okay. In the background, a bridge crosses a large flowing river and leads to security of the castle or the home on the opposite side of the riverbank. If only he can move on from the overturned cups, the bridge is a message to find a way through. Okay. So he was trying to find a way through this disappointment. Okay. This regret, this failure that he felt, and this disappointment. Okay. Wow. and all he had to do was look back. Okay, but he was focusing. So this was the emotions he was feeling. Okay, prior to him going out, because I'm seeing prior. Okay, so I'm talking about prior to him going to this area. Okay. Now I do see this card, but I want to see if it's going to show up again, and this could be significant here. Okay. 35, 53 can be significant. Um, Now this card is here. Now I did tell you guys somebody was watching him. Okay. I don't even want to. I don't feel like I have to. The Nine of Cups is here. Okay, the Nine of Cups. And also remember I said somebody was watching him, and this is what I'm getting psychically. Okay, this is what I'm picking up psychically. So I just say what I'm picking up psychically. So this is interesting with the Nine of Cups, right? Because you see this. Um, this is like somebody found something and it's like, wow, I hit a gold mine. Okay, I hit a treasure. Okay, I hit a treasure. So I'm going to make up for this something that I failed at. Um, and this is contentment, satisfaction, gratitude, and a wish come true. So there's something that he was seeking from this failure. Okay, and he may have found something that was out there. Okay, just saying. Um, So this represents emotional fulfillment after you carry out your deepest desire. So he had a desire because he failed at something. But then something happened where he found something out there and it was like all that um failure went away. Okay? So he had a desire for something. And desire can't just mean don't just mean financial. Okay, maybe he found something because you see this treasure. It looks like a treasure chest, and this person is just sleeping from the ground. Like they found gold. You know how you have people that go out there and mine and they find gold. Okay, they find the answers to what they're seeking and they find it. Okay, so he found something. Okay, something he was seeking and desiring because he felt like he failed as something in the past. Okay, so I might have to do another 2 on this. I'm not gonna stay on this long. Okay, this is just what I'm seeing right now. So this is before he went out there, he found something, he marked the area where he was at. Okay, I'm seeing the three, like a 3 in a row. Okay. um it's the moment when you glance down around you and you feel your heart overflowing with love and appreciation for everything that you have created in your life. So he was feeling this. So he went from feeling disappointment to feeling fulfillment, happiness, and contentment. Okay. Um, so this could be in a relationship, work, lifestyle, well-being, and more. And he's basking in abundance of his life and experiences with his emotions with such intensity and pleasure. So he went from being sad, disappointed to feeling contentment because he was seeking something. Okay, he found something out there. Okay, whatever he was seeking, he found. Okay, this made him really happy. Okay. Um, Now this card is normally called the wish card. Okay, because you wish for something and it happens. So say like, okay, he was looking in the element of water. Okay, and he felt like he failed at something prior, but then when he went out there, he felt like he found a gold mine. Say you have a miner, a gold miner, and they're digging and digging and digging and digging for this gold or for this wealth of information. Okay, because he was studying rocks and water, the element of water and rocks. Okay, and he felt like he failed at it. He had an opportunity. Somebody presented him with the opportunity. Okay, so he said, let me go out here and see if I can find it here. I don't know where he was from. Okay, I don't know the backstory. Okay, um, but I know his parents did do an interview, and I will watch that interview again. Um, and he also felt gratitude. So this is going from one emotion to the next emotion. Okay, and I feel like I don't have to pull a lot on him. Okay, so this is like a gold miner. You go out there, you find the gold, and you're just like, okay, you come from poverty, you don't have no money, or you come from money and you find more gold. Okay, and you were sad about because you went out there and you couldn't find no gold, but this is you finding something here. Okay, this is tangible. Okay, and it don't have to be gold. It could be a certain kind of rock. Okay, a certain kind of water that he never seen before. I don't know. Okay, but he was sending these samples back to somebody. Okay, shit. Okay, so you guys, I'm not even I don't even need to, like, I don't know. I feel like this is not it's not as complicated as it seems. But he's missing. He's gone. Okay, so if anybody knows his whereabouts, please call, and I will put the number on my page. Okay. Um. Now I did get this page energy. Okay. He had new ideals. He was curious. I told you. He was very curious. He was curious as a child, and he was curious as an adult. Okay. He had a thrust of knowledge, and he was seeking knowledge. Okay. New ways of communicating. Okay. This page energy, and this is interesting because he was studying and researching. This is interesting because this is like a childlike energy. The pages, the page of swords. Okay. So a young man standing with his sword pointed upwards to the sky. His body and sword leads to one direction, but he looks to the other way as to see what else is happening around him. So maybe he's seeing what's going on around him, wherever he was in the desert. Okay. Wow. So this is positive change and forward movement. So he's seen this as a positive change and forward moment, and then the light bulbs went off. Like, wow, I found something. This is very important. This is very intriguing. This is very knowledgeable. This is very tangible. This can help somebody. Okay. And this is also like a childlike free spirit energy. I feel like he had his free spirit energy since a child. Okay. I'm going to leave it right there. Okay. I'm being told to leave it right there. So this will be my part 1 on him. Daniel Robertson. He could still be out here. I'm gonna figure out his story, and I'm gonna tell you his story. This is the beginning of his story. Okay, this is only the beginning. He went missing. He's 24 years old. He vanished on June 23rd of 2021 while working in a remote area of Buckhead, Arizona. His Jeep was found crashed in a ravine. Okay, I don't know if you guys just heard that, but let me repeat that, and I will come back on tomorrow and do a part 2. Okay, because I'm told to leave it right here. So the 24-year-old Daniel Robertson, this was the police release new information on the search of him. The 24-year-old vanished June 23rd of 2021 while working in a remote area of Buckhead, Arizona. His Jeep was found crashed in a ravine, and the police said in an updated report last week that the data from the cell phone put it at a crash site around 10:05 a.m. The phone stopped pinging at 10:30 a.m., though a witness identified as Bill claimed he saw Robertson later that morning around 11:30. The police report, however, cast suspicion about the witness, claimed to have law enforcement background. So this guy that seen him was a law enforcement officer that said he seen him at 11:30. Okay. The updated police report has also disclosed some Google search interest in Robertson's conduct in the weeks leading up to his disappearance, including "Love Changed Me," on his Instagram. So love changed him. What love changed him? Because before he was feeling like let down, okay, failure, but something changed here. So he on his Instagram post he put love changed me. He deleted it, and I'm okay to do the things I hate. But Robertson wasn't exhibiting any alarming behaviors leading up to his disappearance. His father, David Robertson, said on Tuesday, "I spoke to I spoke to my son 2 days prior to him going missing, and we had a normal conversation." David Robertson said, "None." They took me out of here. So him and his dad had a normal conversation. Okay, so I will be back on tomorrow with another read on Daniel Robertson. Okay, he's still missing, you guys. Okay, but the timeline, there's something off with the timeline, and he found something. Okay, and I believe he went out there searching and seeking for something because he felt like he failed at something. But what did he fail at? Fail at. He had an opportunity. What was the opportunity that was given to him? Okay. Now, I didn't even shuffle this deck, and I do see the family room. This I just want one more card, and then I'm gonna leave it just because they're saying leave it here. Okay. His occupation. 34. His occupation. Okay, his occupation was a hydrogenealogist was his occupation. So he was given another opportunity, okay, with his occupation. Okay. 34. So was he given a new job opportunity before he went out here searching and seeking? And he felt like he failed at this because this was his occupation. This is how he made his money. Okay. All right. And then when he first went out, he was feeling one type of way. He was feeling like failure. And then all of a sudden he was like, that light went off. Like, ooh, I hit the jackpot. But it's not just gold. Okay. It could have been the water supply. It could have been the rocks itself. Okay. I'm being told to leave it right here. Okay. So I will be back with another read. This is my part 1 on Daniel Robertson. He's still out there, you guys. Okay. And I will put up the phone number if you guys, okay, of the number to call. But I will come back with a part 2 on him. Okay. So I'm going to leave it right here. The occupation. Okay. All right, you guys. All right. Love and light, my beautiful souls. Ashe, ashe. Pure love and pure light. Ashe. I will be back tomorrow with a part 2, but I'm being told to leave it right here. Okay? All right, you guys. And this video is for entertainment purposes, but we're going to use true discernment. All right? Ashe.